All right. Hello, Randy. I am so happy that you were able to join us today for this topic. Ryan and I have been working with you for a while now. So you guys know Randy is our family CFO, and he's been guiding us in this world of tax advantages, tax world. And we've learned so much that we never knew was possible that we could do with our money, and what our business is opening up the ability for us to be able to do with our money. So I know, Randy, you're an advocate and a huge proponent of the direct sales industry. So I just wanted to bring you here because I know you deal with many companies, but I know doTERRA is one of your favorites.
It sure is.
Thinking about like our day-to-day business, and that's kind of how we stumbled on this topic with you last week, is we get questions a lot from people about if they already own their own business, or if they're already working a job where they get a W-2 from, is it still lucrative for them to start a business with doTERRA and to create an entity and to, venture into this new business? And I know from what you said, it blew us away into all the advantages that this does create. So I thought it'd be really fun for people to hear from you, because you are an expert in this field and you have a view that most of us don't get to have. So in your knowledge and in this industry, what do you see as being an advantage for somebody who maybe already works a job, maybe they love their job and they don't intend to ever leave it? Why would they possibly start a business with doTERRA?
Oh, great question. And I'm really excited to be able to talk to you guys about this. I think direct sales is the best opportunity in capitalism. There's no question. One, just start with the mere fact that for myself, for all the letters after my name, which I know y'all give me a hard time about having an alphabet, I had to take something like 60 some exams and pass them to get those. The barriers to entry are high in my profession. Now, to start a direct sales business, you got to love the product, you got to love people and want to do well by them, and then, pay a small fee to get going. I mean, I love it, right? And the stories you hear about how people go from nothing, or they go from very little to, just an extraordinary amount of money doing something they love, helping other people. It's one of the few times in any business where you actually make more money helping people, and that's awesome. So to your point, I do love direct sales, and I think everybody knows that about me. And one of the reasons why I think more people should be in direct sales, besides the fact that they already love the product, are the tax benefits of being a business owner. So I'm going to pretend you have a hypothetical customer that loves their job. They're a teacher, like they're a firefighter. They're a very noble profession. And they're like, I've got a W-2, I make enough money, I'm happy, I don't necessarily need more money. Not that I wouldn't mind a little more. I've never actually met somebody that said, please, no, take it back. But let's say that they decided, they're not driven by money, but yet they would love to pay a little less in tax. So as a W-2, unfortunately, you're limited on what you can do in terms of write-offs. And when I mean write-offs, I mean deductions, things that will lower your tax rate. A simple example, if you wanted to buy a car as a business owner, you could do so. And depending on the type of car, as we've spoken about, if you happen to get a car that exceeded 6,000 pounds of gross vehicle weight rating, you can actually deduct the full purchase price of your car in year one. That might be a massive 5 or 6 figure deduction for some people. If you're a W-2 employee, that is not available for you. Something as simple as where you guys are sitting right now. Y'all are sitting in your home office. That's deductible as a business owner. If you're a W-2, unfortunately, you don't get to deduct your home office. In fact, it actually costs you extra because you have to pay tax and then make your mortgage payment. The overall advantages are so numerous, and I don't want to put people to sleep. I know how they feel about taxes, but from a tax perspective, being a business owner is a complete paradigm shift. It's a game changer versus being a traditional W-2. So for one of those customers, the one we're talking about, that hypothetical one, I would tell them, endeavor into the business, and enjoy those beautiful tax deductions that a direct sales business gives you. And by the way, go make some money, make some impact, help a few more people. I'd be okay with an extra $500 a month.
I know that since we've been working with you, we've had so much fun in the fact that a lot of our travel we're able to deduct. You make fun of us for our travel, I know, but we love it. And so one of the pieces that you talk about in this industry is the fact that we have the most write-offs. Haven't you said that before? And it's kind of because we can be conducting business anywhere, and we do.
No question. No question. I definitely tease you guys about the amount you travel. There's no question about that for sure. But yeah, your travel for business is deductible. So it just so happens that you get to go really cool places to travel. Like y'all have been to Australia for business this year. Y'all have been to Cincinnati, Ohio, my old stomping grounds. Very cool. And just all around the country and around the world. And you get to do it again on a tax favorable basis. In fact, one of my favorite stories, I was with a very good friend of mine actually in Ohio, and he picked up a customer that eventually became a distributor for him in line at a movie theater. I mean, like, that's not possible in my business. I'm not going to just lean over to somebody that's in front of me and be like, how's your accountant? I mean, they'd be like, you're a total creep. Please don't talk to me. So I love that about your business. You guys are actively doing business everywhere you're at, which is just, again, so unique and unlike almost any other business.
Yeah. So we were talking about kind of creating an awareness and an understanding about the amount of money that people can make in doTERRA and then what that actually correlates to in terms of retirement. So some people are looking to make money now. They want an extra flow of income so they can be doing things that they want to do now. And other people are thinking of retirement and being able to have money put away for that, just because we're not typically as a society very well set up for retirement. So what are your thoughts in regards to like the amount of money that we can make at the different ranks and what that looks like for our retirement?
Sure. Well, first of all, the average person in this country doesn't even have $400 in their checking account. So people need money now. And the average person, over 70% of this country, their main source of retirement is Social Security. Whether or not we think it's going to continue to be there is a whole different set of questions. So yes, we need money now, but I put together a little chart that I shared with you that you're welcome to share with anybody else. But let me just give two quick examples that I think are so amazing. In retirement planning, one of the things we talk about is safe withdrawal rate. And the safe withdrawal rate is the amount of money we can take out of our account, maybe our 401k or our IRA, without ever extinguishing the value of the account. And a safe withdrawal rate is created every year, and very recently it's been 2.8%. So I built a chart for you, and I use the rank of silver. And in doTERRA, the average income of a rank of silver is $2,200 a month. $2,200 a month is $26,400 a year. So if I was going to have an equivalent retirement account to create that $26,400 a year, most people would say, I don't know, that's like probably like a couple $100,000. It's almost $1 million. It's $942,857. Wow. So if you have a silver business in doTERRA, you have $1 million business. You just didn't know it. And I got to use Diamond. I think this is amazing. Diamond, $16,000 a month on average. That's $192,000. You ready for this? This number is insane. That is the equivalent of having $6.857 million in a retirement account. So every diamond that you have on your team, they may not feel like it, but they literally have almost a $7 million business just by what it creates in terms of cash flow. I mean, I don't know about you, but creating that type of a business is not an overnight process. But I mean, what's happening with some of the most amazing people in direct sales is they're making it happen really quick. It's not overnight, but boy, it's really it's a lot quicker than most people get to $7 million value businesses.
Yeah, I love that. And I think it's so important because when you're starting this business, it can seem like you're putting in a lot of hours for the amount of money that you're making. But what you're building is something that in a few years people could not do in a lifetime, right?
It's so true. I mean, think about, something like, what we were just talking about with the diamond. So that's 6.8 million. So if you take that number, and I'm such a nerd, I'm just going to take that number real quick on my Excel spreadsheet. And I'm just going to say you can put an average employee could put $19,000 a year into a 401k. So we're just going to say that you wanted to try to get to the same equivalent of that retirement account, of that 6.8 million. It would take you 360 years to try to create that.
Get started right now.
You better get started quickly. And I get the fact I didn't impute any interest, and anybody that's got their financial calculator that can talk all about the future value and whatnot. But just in general, you understand the amount of money you'd have to put away and the amount of years to grow something like that is just, it's amazing. That's why I do believe it's the best opportunity in capitalism. But you're going to work really hard on the front end. And you know what? You two work incredibly hard. Every one of our clients works incredibly hard. But it is definitely a little bit more on the front end, pushing through that breaking point when it's like, oh, man, this is tough. And then, there's a certain dollar amount or there's a certain impact level or a certain rank that people hit that it kind of all of a sudden comes together and they go, okay, now I get it. Excuse me.
Well, thank you so much. I think this has been really helpful. And our goal with this talk with you is we just really wanted people that are already building the business maybe to understand. I think that piece of sometimes you can be at silver or gold and it's not happening for you as quickly as you'd like it to be. Diamond's the goal and it's not happening as quickly. But don't give up. You've still built something massive, right? What was the silver equivalent? It was
$942,857. So it might feel like a struggle, but I'll take an extra $1 million equivalent retirement account tomorrow if you wanted to give it to me.
Right? And then to power through and then make it through to your goals of being diamond. I just think that perspective of even if it takes you another couple years than you originally planned or was your expectation, still having a 6.8 million equivalent.
Yep, better than 360 years. So I'll take the doTERRA track.
Exactly. Okay, so you mentioned doTERRA. So I know, again, you have customers in all the different direct sales companies, but what do you love about doTERRA? Because I know you use our stuff as well.
I do. Actually, I have a doTERRA diffuser going right now. I'll just move you can actually see it going. The oils, they're fantastic. I love it. And my personal favorite is actually lavender. I didn't mean to wear a lavender colored shirt, but it just kind of worked out very conveniently. And the thing is that I love the products, and I love so many of the, just the day-to-day products. Everything from the shampoo and the conditioner and the deodorant and the hand wash. I mean, I just think it's a great company, and it's one that I know I'll be a customer of for the rest of my life.
Well, that's fantastic. I hope that anybody who's watching this, if you have a job that you're working already, and even if you love it, can see the value in creating a side income with a business like doTERRA. And if you're watching this and you love the product and you've been a doTERRA customer for a while and have never really thought that the business was for you, well, maybe this will light something up, you guys. Like, literally, the write-offs that we have in this industry are unmatched by anybody else. We can write off things like the car, the office, and the home, like Randy was talking about. There's a section on healthcare that we didn't even get to today that is a huge benefit to the industry that we're in. So we have abilities to have different deductions than a traditional person who's just working a job. So that was really our goal for this. And if you're sitting here going, and like the light bulb's starting to go off, like today's the day. Today's the day to go for it, because time is going to pass by. And 3 to 4 years from now, you can think back to this video and wish you did something, or you can start something now and in 3 to 4 years have created $1 million business for yourself that's going to be paying you and your children, and the money will continue.
That's so true. I love it. That's great.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Randy, and we will talk soon.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.